Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am sharing another layout with you guys. This layout was not made for any design team, it was just made for me. And I actually took inspiration from the mood board for the month of November for Evie and I's Pretty Pattern Paper Playground. It just has neutrals and navy and pink, and I took inspiration from there. It's not the exact mood board per se, but it is inspired by it. So I started off with Maggie Holmes' the new Gather collection, and I took that piece of paper with the gingham pattern on it, and it has that beautiful floral in the back, so I wanted to use both. So I just cut off the edges as you see there, and I flipped them so I could use both patterns. And then I pulled out a few patterns here from the 6x6 paper pad, a few pieces of paper. This blue one and that black polka dot, and I'm just going to cut strips and layer them in the corners, sort of as photo corners or page corners, I guess. So I just took a white piece of cardstock and just added that or glued that to it so that I could have something in the background that was sturdy and would hold everything. And then I'm just taking pieces from these 6x6 paper pads, and I'm cutting it on a diagonal like that down the center so that it could go all the way across the angles there in the corners. So going to do that, and I'm going to add that beautiful pink and then the blue and the black and white. Actually, in the end, after the fact, I'm actually going to take another piece of that black and white polka dot and a piece of wood grain paper, this one I'm cutting up now, and I'm going to add that a little bit further up in those corners there, so kind of more towards the edge, so to kind of add a little bit more interest down there. So you will see that in the still shots, but I don't do that on camera. I do that off camera. So here I'm just adding my strips of paper, I'm just layering them, and I think this is a really cool effect that this gives. Just sort of as, like I said, page corners, and it just adds a lot of interest down there. So I'm going to trim off a piece of this. Just thought the pieces were a little bit too big, so I do just trim off a smidge just so that it's a little bit smaller. But that pink paper is so gorgeous. And again, these papers are all from the Maggie Holmes Gather collection, and they're just beautiful. So I am just layering up my papers here and getting them how I want them to look. And that black polka dot is so cute. It's just not your typical polka dot, so I really like it. I think it's one of my favorite papers in the collection. I wasn't too sure about getting too much of this collection, and I didn't get a lot of it, but the things that I did get I really like, and I'm happy with just the 6x6 paper pad and the few sheets of 12x12 that I have. So there's my photo. It's a photo of my friends and I. We had brunch a couple weeks ago for my friend Christy's birthday, and we went to this really nice place that I had never been to, which was really nice, and we just had a really nice brunch. So this is just the girls, and it's a cute picture of us, and I made it black and white just so that I could kind of go with whatever color scheme I wanted to. And there was actually a unicorn. She had a unicorn theme, so there's a unicorn balloon above us, but I did cut it off in the picture, and I did not realize that this collection has unicorns in it. I thought they were horses. I hadn't really taken a good look, and when I was actually doing this, I realized they were unicorns, so it was perfect. Even though there's no unicorn in the picture because I cut it off, it's still perfect. So I end up using that. So I'm doing some layering here, and I'm actually going to take all of this off. In the end, I didn't want to bring in so many patterns. So you're going to see that I'm just going to take this off. It was just too many patterns between all the patterns that I had in the edges, and then this, the patterns behind the photo, it was just going to be too much. So I'm just going to take the same floral that I have on the page corners, just the smaller version because this is a 6x6, and I'm going to use that. And first I'm going to mat this on black just to make the photo really pop, and then I'm going to mat it on that pink beautiful floral, and it's so pretty. I seriously am thinking about getting another piece of this paper because I have it I have no more of it. I used it all here, so but I really love it. I thought about using that little strip of ballerinas but I'm not going to end up using that. I'm going to actually switch that out for the unicorn paper, which I will realize they're unicorns. So I take these pieces of that black and white polka dot and I just use it as sort of corners there on my photo, just to bring in a pop more of that paper. And I'm going to put everything on foam so that I can raise it up and be dimensional, which I have been doing a lot lately. I just love the dimension that that brings. And I'm gonna, actually my photo's gonna end up being pretty much right there where it is, but I do kind of move it up and down a bit, and I'm just a little bit indecisive with this. So I take this sticker sheet here from the collection, and I'm just looking through everything, trying to see what I want to use. I do take off some florals, but I don't end up using those. It just wasn't the right color. And I'm putting it on foam, but I'm not going to end up using it. It's still on the foam though, and I'm going to probably leave it on the foam and use it with the foam, but I don't end up using it on this layout. I could have made it work, but I didn't. And I try to use that yellow floral, which is gorgeous, but I don't use that either. So yeah, here I go, just putting, I take out that little camera, which I am going to actually end up using, which was from this sticker sheet. And I did not purchase the ephemera pack for this collection, so I'm just working with the stickers, and that's my embellishment, or that's the embellishment that I have for this collection. So yeah, so I'm going to bring out a few other things here to kind of mix and match and coordinate with this layout. So I pulled out a bunch of stickers here, and I'm going to work on my title, because lately when I get kind of stuck, I just go straight for my title, and then I just go from there. I think it kind of helps to lay down my title, and then I can kind of work around it. So I'm using that Friends, which is Amy Tan. It's from one of the foam word stickers pack. These are the letters from the Dear Lizzie Saturday collection. I have not used that collection yet, but I did want to use the letters just because of the polka dot in them and the black. So I did use those. And then those pink ones are Dear Lizzie. They're older and they're glitter. And these blue ones are Pink Fresh Studio Indigo Hills. I love the color on those. It's such a pretty navy color. So yeah, so this is going to be my title. It's going to be Celebrate Good Times with Friends, and I'm going to add the with in a little bit. And those O's from those pink letters were Q's, so I had to just cut off the little tail there at the bottom and just make it O's, make them O's, because I don't think I had any O's from those stickers. So I'm just kind of fidgeting with this and trying to see how I want to lay this, how I want it to look. So it just takes me a minute to kind of figure it out, and I just fuss with it a lot. So yeah, I do that a lot. I fuss with things. So I take out the Pink Fresh Studio Indigo Hills ephemera pack, and I'm just looking to see what I can use here. So I'm going to use a few bits and pieces from that. So I'm just going here and looking through things and trying to figure out what I want to use. Again, I don't have the ephemera pack for this collection, so I do just kind of get creative and mix and match my collections here. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, and I thought about using these stickers as well, but they were just blending in way too much with my background. Here's where I decided that I need to move everything over again, and then I tried to use those stickers, but they were not going to work, so I took them off. So here I go, fidgeting with my photo again. Again, I do this a lot. I just mess with it quite a bit until it's kind of where I want it. I took that black piece and I added that down there just to sort of mimic the black and the stickers, and to kind of differentiate that polka dot piece of paper from the one in the photo corner. So that's just a little pop of black down there, and here I go moving everything again. I probably moved that Friends about 17 times. So yeah, it just wasn't kind of falling into place how I wanted it to, and it took me a while until I finally figured it out. And I really wanted this to be pretty, and because it's a layout about me and my good friends, so just wanted it to be a really pretty layout with a nice fun title, because I've been loving those long titles lately. It's a lot of fun. So here I go, moving everything again, being indecisive. And there's where I think I realized that that horse is a unicorn. Not yet. I haven't realized it yet. So I'm taking those little gold letter stickers from the sticker sheet, and I'm going to write out with, and I'm just putting it on a piece of cardstock to make it one whole piece, and I'm going to use that there underneath the times. So my title is going to read Celebrate Good Times with Friends. And there's where I realized that that's a little unicorn, and I did pop that up, and it goes perfectly there next to my title. So once I set down that unicorn, I realized I had a unicorn paper in the 6x6 paper pad, and I'm going to cut a few strips of unicorns, and I'm going to add that as well. And I'm going to add one there to the bottom and one up to the top, just to bring in some more of the unicorn. And I kind of wish I would have left the unicorn in the picture now, but then again, it might have been too busy, or maybe you couldn't even tell it was a unicorn. So I'm kind of happy that I trimmed down the photo at the same time. So there I go, just messing around with my unicorns, my unicorn paper. And then I decided to use another white strip. So, and then you can see that I kind of cut the unicorn strips with a piece of the color from the strip that was underneath it or above it, just so that I could have a little pop of color there. And then I thought I was going to use that little camera over there, but I ended up moving it. I used that little banner up there, or yeah, I guess it's a banner, which I'm going to move actually a little bit down, and it says This Way for Cool Vibes, and that's from the Pink Fresh Studio ephemera pack. And I use, let's see, what am I doing? I think am I popping up the camera? No, I'm just taking it off. I thought about using a label behind my little with, but I don't end up using that. I actually take off that label. So I pull a few little stickers from the sticker sheet, and I'm going to move those around, and that little sticker sheet there I'm going to move as well and place down there. And I'm actually going to stamp my date on that later, on that little tab down there. I'm going to move it down a smidge and just stamp my date on it. So that little Hello Today blue banner is also from Pink Fresh Studio, and I'm going to move that over to the right. And I'm just scattering around some hearts, which I'm actually going to end up removing. There's where I move that Hello Today over to the right, and I move that little banner piece up top a little bit further down. And then these little sort of sprig pieces, I take them from the Pink Fresh Studio, the orange ones, and then these white ones are from the sticker sheet from Maggie Holmes. So I'm going to actually place those on either end of the photo just to kind of frame the picture, and I kind of group them together. And there I go with this heart stickers again, and I just end up taking them off. And that piece that I'm clipping on there is from the Pink Fresh Studio, which is another little sprig looking flower thingy. So that went perfect there. And I'm adding some foam to that blue piece that's going to go up top there. Just some of the fun foam, and that's just inexpensive fun foam that I get at Walmart. So that's going to go up there, and then that orange sticker I'm going to put up top as well. There's where I realized I didn't want that camera there, so I take that little floral piece and I decide to use that one there. And then I do use a few of the little cream colored stickers. One at the bottom there under the Hello Today says Life is Sweet, and the one up top says Details to Remember, and that orange sticker up there says The Best Day. There I go with my blue little hearts again, and the blue hearts were just the shade of blue in them just did not match with the shades of blue that I was using. So even though it's in the same collection sticker sheet, but it just did not go, so that's why I decided not to use them. Here I go fussing with my title again, and those pink stickers I definitely have to add some adhesive to them because they're older and they're not sticking down very well. So I'm going to take some of my Heidi Shine in gold, and I'm going to add some gold Heidi Shine because gold Heidi Shine goes well with everything, right? So I'm just adding some gold Heidi Shine to the top right and the bottom left, just to add a nice finishing touch. So that is it. Here are some close-up shots. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys very, very soon with another process video. Until next time, bye!